what's going on with the comment thing here? Wow. Interesting how that, you have to imagine I was just sitting here looking at making sure all the windows were fine. And this was, completely normal. Google Chrome. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just turn off the comments. Book. There we go. Sorry. Who knows why that happened? I was sitting in a chair in my towels, Dish Fitzing at the old squash club yesterday, doom scrolling through my Plato's wall in my pocket called X. Meanwhile, my antenna is eavesdropping on conversations, and I was listening to people. They're all dudes talking about TV shows and movies. And when you watch, probably you don't watch it, but you hear about award shows like the Grammys or the Oscars, and you see all these people winning. I don't know about you, but when I see them winning, I'm like, who the fuck is this person? Who's this singer? Who's this actor? What's this movie? I've never heard of it. And of course, I wouldn't hear of it because I'd never watch movies or TV. But to listen to them talk about these TV shows, it reinforced, it's a signal to me now, because the reason why I can't watch TV shows or movies is that I can't not see the programming. So there's no enjoyment in it, because just like the nut I've become, all I see is programming. Whether it's DEI or, multi-culti relationships everywhere, or, just whatever the du jour programming is in this day and age, I can't not see it. And so I have no enjoyment in it. But what I do notice is that it's working, and it's I guess it's always worked, because people watch it, they talk about it, and they discuss. So they basically, instead of the massive messages that need to get out there, like our monetary system, which is why we're all here, people get spun off into this kind of intellectual quicksand, no man's land, arguing about stupid shit about TV shows and movies and whatnot. But then I was thinking, as the printing press evolved into the radio, evolved into the TV box, and then movies, all these levels of propaganda and mind control and brainwashing started to evolve. We're in this neck and neck race with totalitarianism, you know what I'm saying, and our own evolution out and freedom, I suppose, and sovereignty. It's always neck and neck, and it seems like the totalitarian gets the edge every time we start to evolve out. And then I was thinking about the algorithm. And we've been talking about the algorithm for about a decade now. Like, we really know that it exists, and it almost is its own entity, right? So when I say printing press, radio, TV box, movie, the algorithm is the new propaganda brainwashing that we don't know is there, at the same time are growing it. It's our behavior that dictates the algorithm. Now the algorithm is based on certain things, so it's a lot. It pushes things that it wants, us to see more of. And then you see, because we live in a free market, that there's a certain degree of pushback from the algorithm. I don't want someone programming my Plato's wall, right? And so the free market kind of hints at, well, there's going to be this new system where there's no algorithm, or you choose your algorithm, et cetera, et cetera. But I was thinking, maybe this is how the cycle continues. People will try the algorithm free zone, and I think they're going to miss being a slave to someone else handing them information. And that's where I think we are right now. We've all become slaves to the comfort, the creature comforts of what this fiat regime has provided. And to step outside of it, you step outside your warmth, you step outside your diet, your food, everything becomes a little less easy once you step out. And then I think, I've always said, have you lost audio? No. I've always, I tripped. I looked at the comment sections for 1 second. It broke my brain. Anyway, the Plato's Wall. If anyone remembers what I was talking about, maybe a word will click it. How far off am I from my own Plato's Wall? Like when I'm looking at my pocketed Plato's Wall, it really is the physical representation of the allegory of Plato's Wall. So instead of a wall with people making puppets that are running, with a fire, we've all seen it. It's now literally just being scrolled right in front of me. I'm looking at the things that they want me to look at, or maybe I want to look at them. These walls are funny. First you hate them, then you get used to them. Enough time passes, you get so dependent on them. That's institutionalized. Yeah, that's what I was getting at, is like, will we demand the algorithm? I want my algorithm back. I don't want to do anything for myself. I don't want to fight this system. It's too big. Can't fight it. And so obviously there's a million ways to fight this. And I think that's why most of us have somewhat, whether you know it or not, whether it was the intention at first or not, because we're all here basically because number go up, right? Number go up. Oh, hey, we can make some money on Bitcoin. And then when you get kind of revolutionized into an orange pill, you realize that there's a much bigger thing going on. And sometimes I think it's like, I get to the point where it may be our last great hope could be Bitcoin. And then, when with the thumbnail, the last battle, this, I'm bullish and bearish on this concept of Trump trolling Jerome Too Late. Pow, that's his new name from. I'm bullish because I feel like it can, cast light on the concept of, well, wait a second. Why is the most powerful man in the world, the leader of the free world, whatever you want to call him, Donald Trump, that position, why is he basically trolling and begging this guy to do what he wants? And I know most people won't pick up on that because they're just, they're watching wrestling. They're watching Andre the Giant fight Hulk Hogan. Hey, I can't wait. Who's going to win, right? But really, the signal there is what everyone should ask themselves is, what the hell's going on here? Why is this? Well, if he can't get this guy to do what he wants, well, who the hell is this guy? And who's he working for? If this guy, who's the most powerful man in the world, is basically trolling like an ex-boyfriend to a girl who's dumped him, trying to get a rouse out of him. And this guy's like, meh, no, I'll do what I want. And maybe eventually he will get, as a human being, he will get kind of emotionally punished enough where he's like, I don't care. What does Donnie want? Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. And he'll just capitulate. Much like everyone. We're human beings. We end up capitulating eventually if it goes on too long. That's basically the definition of capitulation, especially in the Bitcoin universe. Like, for instance, we are on the 4-hour chart. Oh, it's gone. Would you believe that? Okay, what's going on here? This is unbelievable. This is my big chart. I just pressed it before. Because what I do is I check all the buttons. Are the buttons working? No? Let me see if I can fix this. Live on error. This is a screen share, I suppose. Let's see what the screen share says. Brave browser. Yeah, Brave browser. That's what it is. Well, all these big plans on this Thursday. The reason why I haven't been doing live streams is for a couple. I figured that because there's so many days off, there's like a good Easter Sunday, Easter Friday, and then Easter Monday. And so the markets won't be doing anything just like they're doing now. They're absolutely not doing anything. I could show you why wouldn't that work? It's so bizarre. You know, this is when I'm wondering to do live streams and I come and do a live stream and everything screws up. It's like, okay. Just the way YouTube works, you know, because I told Terry that I did a circuit breaker, because what happens is that when I do those stupid videos, like the clueless YouTuber ones, they get an immense amount of sharing and subscribers. Not an immense, like we're not talking a huge channel, but if I get 15 new subscribers off a video, that's a big deal for a channel like this. And so when I look at the metrics and those stupid shorts, like the stupid shorts will get like 3,000 views and 20 subscribers, right? However, that appetite doesn't convert to live. So if you subscribe to, like, say, a clueless YouTuber video that I do, you'll get my videos put in front of you, but you won't get the lives, right? And same with the shorts. If you subscribe to shorts, you're going to get shorts. You know, you're not going to get these lives. So I was trying to, like, is this YouTube incentivizing me out of lives? Like, because lives get 0 shares and 0 subscribers, right? So it's like, well, maybe this is YouTube telling me. So I just wanted to do a circuit breaker to allow it, because what would happen is, you know, with the lives, when they get less views, they get less shown, they get less views, they get less shown, they get less. So you got to do a circuit breaker and kind of clear the air. So YouTube algorithm, like we're talking about, goes back. Yeah. So we saw that, Bruce Mai, we saw that pump from like, at 12.5 was just doing live, 0 shares, 0 subs, right? And I enjoy doing the lives, right? It's kind of hard for me not to do the lives, but it's just like a circuit breaker. And those videos just, you know, they're silly, stupid videos. And I guess maybe that's what people on YouTube like, you know, silly YouTube videos. But I bet you this, if I said, is anyone on this live stream from one of those videos? The answer is no, because they'll just be showing those videos. So I'll do both of them. Unfortunately, none of these screens are working. It's unbelievable. I guarantee you this, as soon as I press end, these things will work. Make sure you like and subscribe.